My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. Today is April 27, 2023. It is 12:34 a.m. I have a lot to share with you. Let's go straight on Twitter. Okay, so this is the first tweet. Prince Harry claimed Prince William quietly received a large financial settlement in 2020 in a phone hacking case against British newspapers. It is one of a series of explosive revelations he made as he sues Rupert Murdoch's newspaper group for alleged phone hacking. Alright, this video is 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I'll be putting screenshots.
Stunning allegations about Britain's royal family just days before King Charles's coronation. In court documents filed yesterday, Prince Harry claims his brother, Prince William, quietly received a large financial settlement in a 2020 phone hacking case against British newspapers. Harry is suing Rupert Murdoch's newspaper group and alleges the royals had a secret agreement, that's a quote, with the press to settle William's case and avoid embarrassing coverage. Imtiaz Tayyib reports from London.
Prince Harry's claim his brother Prince William had a case against Rupert Murdoch's newspaper group that was settled for a large sum is one of a series of explosive revelations made in his witness statement. But the court filings have raised questions about other possible secret deals between the royals and Britain's tabloid press, says former Sun tabloid newspaper editor Kelvin Mackenzie.
There would definitely be, on Harry's side, a sense that there was a cozy cartel between the popular papers and the royal family. So he wants to blow this up. He gets back in his own family. He bashes the tabloids over the head. He gives Murdoch a kick in the pants. There is nothing not to like as far as Harry's concerned.
The palace is not commenting on the case, in which Prince Harry alleges since the mid-2000s he's been the victim of phone hacking and other illegal behavior that generated headlines which have destroyed some of his personal relationships, accusing reporters who worked for Rupert Murdoch's tabloid newspapers of illegally accessing his voicemails to obtain private information about him. Over the past decade, Murdoch-owned businesses have settled several similar phone hacking claims for hundreds of millions of dollars in damages.
It's pretty clear that they are going to do everything they can not to go to court, no matter what Prince Harry wants.
Rupert Murdoch never goes into the witness box, and he'll do everything to stop either him or his other executives in London from being cross-questioned. Him or his other executives in London from being cross-questioned. It's a very, very big game that's going on in London right now.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Imtiaz Tayyib in London.
Well, it takes two. I will say three. So Rupert Murdoch does not want to take the witness stand. Now, depending on what the court said, if the lawsuit proceeds and Harry don't want to settle whatsoever, so it seems like they're making Rupert Murdoch have control of the court. We shall see. All right. As usual, CBS backs the wrong team. How is that? Okay, I didn't see that. By telling the truth.
Stunning allegations about Britain's royal family.
I think that was pretty fair. I didn't get any of their opinion on that, so I don't know what they're talking about here. Okay, Piers Morgan mentioned Meghan Markle 834 times between November 27, 2017 and May 20th, 2021. This figure includes 741 mentions across Twitter, 52 segments on Good Morning Britain, and 41 Daily Mail columns. Okay, I see at CBS is using a well-known Prince Harry for commentary. Please do better. Okay, did I miss something? I don't know. Based on other things that I read that come out from the UK, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. This is why I love to read the court documents. Okay, it appears Rupert Murdoch owns the British monarchy. What leverage does he have on them? Here is all the senior royals entertaining Rupert Murdoch, henchmen and women. Prince William betrayed not only his brother but his deceased mother. Disgusting. That I've already known. Okay, so there's what is there? Her Camila, you know, with this guy.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened.
With this guy, I mean, we've been knowing. There's this. I don't know. I really do believe since the Queen Father died, whoever was inside did some sort of a fear tactic or trained the royals, the kids, to be afraid of almost everything. Oh my God. Yep, there he is. He settled.
Harry will have all the fun then. No, it's all right. No.
That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia, displayed woeful incompetence when investigating complaints and concerns about the programme, and were evasive in their reporting to the media and covered up what they knew from their internal investigation. It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said. The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others.
I don't know what they have of him. That's that other, was it Rebecca Brooks or something like that? Wow, he betrayed his mother, called his mother paranoid and everything. Wow. All right, let me leave this alone, because there was an audio that I came across. I shared it on my community board. Let's see if it is this one. Nope, that's not this one. Okay. The Queen was supportive of Harry's effort against press intrusion. Courtiers wouldn't do what the Queen wanted. In the end, she was kept isolated from Harry. So that was, I was reading some other things about that. So that was the thing that they were, the reason why they were trying to keep Harry away from the Queen. Remember when Harry wanted to meet with the Queen, they set everything up, and then all of a sudden when Harry was supposed to go and meet the Queen, they booked whatever it is for the Queen, and the Queen wasn't even aware of whatever sort of engagement all of a sudden she had in her calendar. Yeah, so that's part of that, I guess. King Charles and Camilla wanted the press to give them the softest landing possible. Oh yeah. Okay, imagine how effing pissed you will be if you were expected to just accept abuse from the press because your father and his mistress wanted to keep sweet. It's crazy. All right, quote. So I have to sit here while the press weaponize my father-in-law, okay, and calls my son a monkey. The remaining senior royals, yep. My God. Yeah, oh my Lord. Can you just imagine that? And pretty much, yeah, Henry VIII is right. They wanted him to just keep accepting the abuse and abuse and abuse. They don't care about his feeling at all. And now he doesn't care. He's going all the way. This is why when he make complaint to IPSO, they ignore it. They don't see anything wrong. And then none of his family says anything. Okay, this also make me wonder if Harry and Meghan and kids were really invited to Balmoral in 2022. The staff seems to be already isolating her from Harry. Okay, yeah, they were trying to, unless it comes directly from the Sussex's camp. I view every supposed invitation with suspicion. That one never made sense to me. There's no way Harry will snub his grandmother. Okay, why is Harry going to his coronation after all this? Well, just remember, his family is part of the fabric of the UK. All right, part of the government system, as much as they want to say it's whatever type of monarchy it is, but they are part of it. If it remains, okay, if something were to happen later on in the future, they don't want to say, oh, you didn't come to your father's coronation, this kind of thing. So he still need to show that part. Okay, there he is. He say he's gonna go to the ceremony, but he's not gonna go to reception or whatever other things is they're gonna happen. Okay, so at least he'll be in public where every eyes will be looking at him. But in private, you know, all of these people already put heads together. They are on the same page with the monarchy. So there's a possibility cameras will not be on the inside. So he's staying away where the public will not be able to see him. So where the public will be able to see him, that's where he'll be. So I think that's a good move in a way. And then he had to think of the future as well. All right, there's this. Now, not buying the sweet elderly queen, she too was happy to throw Harry and Meghan under the bus, so long as the press laid off Andrew. One phone call from the queen and Murdoch and Wathamer could have been reined in. Remember, they're keeping things away from her as well. All right, so, and when you look at when Harry and Meghan are talking about the queen, they always say positive things about the queen. So there are things that they keep away from the queen, meaning the people who work for the queen. And I think Charles was running the show. Charles probably told the courtier, remember, oh, let's not forget as well, Charles and Andrew teamed up together to remove the secretary of the queen. I think it was Gates or something like that. So they put someone who will listen to them. And that was, what's his name? I'll put his picture. He wears that glasses. Okay, so they put this yes sir type of a person there to be the queen's courtier or whatever it is, private secretary. So they will listen to what Charles say. So you could understand they probably don't tell the queen certain things because Charles told that secretary, don't tell the queen certain things. In my humble opinion. Okay, I have screenshots of articles that I read that will support that. Why I think this way. Okay, consider how she is, and it's like she never exists. I had no trouble believing that Charles, Camilla, and William hatched a plan for good press for themselves at the expense of Harry and Meghan. That time when they went to the UK and was it the One Young World thing, and then they went to Germany, yeah, they didn't like it. The people were so happy to see them, you know, the kind of cheer and adoration that the royal family, the working royal, want for themselves, they're not getting from the UK public. Meanwhile, there's Harry and Meghan who came and they were getting that. Yes, they were upset about that. I don't know. That was my humble opinion, and that was my initial instinct at that time, and I still believe it. They did something to put a frown on those people's face. My goodness. After this, okay, I swear, I've said this a million times, Oprah, Netflix, and Spare are the best decision Harry and Meghan ever made. The way stories are coming out, and we can immediately refer back to either of these. Harry, you won. Okay, I will be intrigued to know the timeline between the Queen's approval and the 5 options presented to Harry for his new life. What if they knew what he wanted to say? So push option 5 all out as a means to protect this whole thing. The timing are similar? No? A theory. Right, reminds me of the section in Spare when the men in grey suits, one in particular, lies, outright lies, as Her Majesty Prince Harry runs to his office where the photocopier of fax is working fine, and he verified it, and he verified it with the man's assistant. he then meets him in the hallway, and they both know. Okay, how do any? Yeah, they were keeping things away from Harry. They were working against him because Harry was the only logical thinking and trying to do the right thing person over there. All right. What is it? Remind me of the okay, I read that. How do anyone know if it was the Queen who wrote the letter about accepting Camilla as the next Queen? You tell me. And then all of a sudden she changed herself to say she's the Queen now. Okay, I keep on making that reference with Prince Philip, who was a blood prince, and his power that he could have had if those monarchy existed in Greece and what was, is it Denmark? Denmark still exists. They still have the monarchy, but yeah, but they made him reduce himself to something, whatever the title that they give him, instead of calling him king. But this one, I don't know where she come from. All of a sudden she's the queen. Give me a break. These type of moves that is happening from this woman is people who's hungry for power. No one who is blood prince who grew up in this kind of environment know the existence of the monarchy will be that hungry for that, unless there's envy or whatever. Let me leave my thought out of this thing because this is fully BS. Guess what? If she was not allowed any say in these, maybe wow, it all comes out in the wash. Let me go into this. This sounds very familiar. Not familiar, interesting. If it wasn't to protect Andrew, in my humble opinion, it wasn't her who wrote it. That's another way. Yeah, they probably said something about Andrew and then she agrees to it. And remember what I said about the queen, anything about her kids. Okay, she did what she could do to protect them, but the grandkids and, you know, their respective family, I don't think she get involved too much. Okay, now we're finding out that the queen did approve for Harry to be to sue the paper. And I think in videos that I did yesterday, and I said the queen put everybody, okay, grandkids, kids, all of them in a stealth mode kind of situation until she's gone. She put everybody in a neutral position. Okay, and then once she died, you decide which direction you want to take the monarchy. And then right now we see them they're running it to the ground because they're going against, okay, against the queen's wishes and what Harry wanted. They still want Harry to take the blame of everybody else's stupidity, and Harry is not having it anymore. Okay, this is true. In a way, I would think that after shelling out 12 million pound, I guess, she will have been like, Andrew can get, monarchy is more important, and she will have known that making Camilla the queen will make subject feel manipulated. It's very hard to believe she's okayed it. Okay, I doubted she did. Okay, me too. I bought, okay, that's a commercial. She wasn't. No woman in the British royal family is safe from the men. Good question. Queen consort. Okay, general consensus was that she did in exchange for Andrew's protection. We shall see. We shall see. Because now everything is going out the window. They don't care. And the queen is not there to say anything. So whoever's there is running the show. Next tweet. This one, did I share that already? Oh, I took screenshot of it. Okay, so there she is. That was supposed to be after the video. So she is reporting of what happened in the courtroom. Okay, so here's what we learned on day 2 of Duke of Sussex versus NGN hearing. Prince Harry was watching on a video link from LA as more shocking detail about alleged hacking and babbling at the Sun and News of the World were revealed in court documents. Okay, so he didn't show up in person. So what I've learned, okay, from other tweets that I've come across that made reference of past, okay, of past hearing when people were being in remote location and still being in attendance for the hearing or whatever. So the paper does something. Well, let me take that back. I don't know if it's the paper who did that, but that was my assumption as I was reading it, is that they make the electronic kind of thing messed up so the judge could toss the thing out. So Harry better be careful and make sure there's a technical person that he knows who could fix things if he's gonna be remote next time, to quickly fix those things for the court. Okay, so I read, let's start all over again. Okay, here's what I learned on day 2 of Duke of Sussex versus NGN hearing. Prince Harry was watching on a video link from LA as more shocking detail about alleged hacking and babbling at the Sun and News of the World were revealed in court documents. Okay, it's alleged in the mid-90s, the Sun was even intercepting the phone calls and messages of Charles, and now King Charles, and Camilla, now Queen Consort. Okay, in email, Prince Harry said the royal family will, quote, become a laughingstock, end quote, unless the alleged criminality was dealt with. That's the thing. They doing their nonsense. Okay, now when they get caught, instead of hitting it head on, they're trying to do things putting under the rug. Alright, so there's Harry's like, I'm not taking your blame for you anymore. If they had deal with that tampon gate and all the other nonsense that happened back then, right now none of this will be coming at the time where he's about to take his crown king. Is it in 2 weeks or something? Okay, Prince Harry claimed his own private information about his education, his health and welfare would have been accessed as a result hacking royal family. Now, group, no wonder why in his book he talk about all sort of things, his circumcised and all of this. So he's putting everything out there himself. News group newspaper are trying to get this case dismissed, saying it's been brought too late. Lawyers for Prince Harry says in the past he was, quote, kept out of the loop, which is true, about the hacking scandal. A judge will decide if it goes to trial. Yeah, I think there's more about this. I wish she said more. She just summed it up here, but I think there's more to that. Okay, we also saw emails which revealed the Queen gave her, quote, full authority, end quote, for Prince Harry to seek resolution because she knew about, quote, the scale and effect of hacking and surveillance on her family, end quote. Okay, court papers also named Piers Morgan, who was editor of the News of the World in 1994, as being among those, quote, knew about, encourage and conceal unlawful activity. I just hope that the finding of this hearing are made public just in time for Charles' hat party on May 6th. Oh, so the thread end, I think, here. Alright, so people are commenting now. I just hope the finding of this hearing are made public just in time for the Charles hat party on May 6th. That should make for a memorable occasion. There's a laugh. He chose May 6th. I will be watching our dog on that day. Selfish and entitled people. The UK is impoverished and he is doing co-play with millions upon millions of pounds as they lie to us that the amount of his crown is less. That's that. Alright. Oh, so there she is here. Okay, I think they put it on something. Okay, here's what we learned today. Okay, so this is everything what I just read here. Okay, it appears the palace is cooperating with Harry's claim, providing evidence and email between them and Murdoch. Oh, very interesting. We want a trial. Yep, I want a trial too. Preparation and truth can carry you far. Yeah, look at this. All the thing that they wanted for Meghan's trial, now it's happening to them. Okay, he's suing with 4 or 5 other people, isn't he? It seems like there's I think 3 different lawsuits that's happening. There's this one, there's something else, and there's 2 other things I think that's going on. I read it in one of my tweets the other day. Someone, like I think a reporter, was saying it. Okay, this case is exactly why the Daily Mail and Rupert Murdoch empire slaughtered Prince Harry, and Piers Morgan. Agenda driven. They hate accountability, just like politicians. Shameful, all of them. And remember with that Access Hollywood, that was it something Bush was interviewing Piers Morgan, and he was saying, did the palace give him okay or something? I'm paraphrasing now. Okay, and he was like, yeah, but he didn't want to say who.
You heard from anyone in the palace thanking you for the, serious defense of them?
I've had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family.
Upper level
who are very
people?
grateful that. Well, I'm not going to go into who it was, but what I would say is gratitude that somebody was standing up for them.
Okay. That's because he knew they weren't gonna do anything. All right, the Murdish. Hold the phone. Harry wants to resurrect a lawsuit from the 90s that was settled. Doesn't the UK have a statute of limitation, or can a case from 30 years ago be reopened just because? That's because they kept him on the loop, and I think at some point, I don't think he was an adult enough to bring this upon himself when his, I guess, supervision, his, how do they call this? When an adult is looking over a child or something, I forgot the term for it right now. They weren't looking for his best interest. They were using him and then keeping him on the loop, okay? And then to protect the adults and stuff like that. I'll comment to that. There's 6 comment here. Harry is out fighting for that all cult. Was he watching the bit when the judge said he been lying? Apparently, they already offer him £200,000, but of course, Green Eye Harry wants the same as his brother got, even though he was hacked 9 times and Catherine was hacked 155 times. This is good to come to, but I want to go into that first. Okay, let's see. Let's refresh my memory here. Hold the phone. Harry wants to resurrect lawsuit from the 90s that was settled. There's again, they bring papers that says the Queen had approved that, okay, for Harry to pursue it. All right, more like they were caught the first time in the 90s. There have been other issues since, and not just with Harry, but also Hugh Grant and Elton John. This is not the case from the 90s. It's recent. Yeah. Okay. It also goes to show that despite several settlements, the UK media keep hacking, including those of murder victims. They need to learn a very public lesson, but alas, even losing the People's Princess hasn't calmed them. All right, that's this. We don't have a statute of limitation in this country, so he's in the right to press ahead with this lawsuit. Very interesting. Okay, I don't know the laws over there, so I don't want to say my limit. My opinion. The case isn't for the 90s. Harry had alleged that it has been ongoing up until 2017. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Now we still have more stuff about the court. I think I'm gonna have at least more than one videos because I have a lot of tweets to share. Okay, there's an email from the Queen's communication secretary that says she wanted News UK to back off Harry and settle the phone hacking cases. Okay, Amal Rajan on Today just said, quote, "This is Prince Harry's version of event," and quote, "There's evidence, futures." Okay, I don't know what FF stand for here. Okay, Rajan again, quote, "Why is he, Harry, spending so much time on this?" Well, he's spending so much time because he was the one at the end of the stick who was being abused. So he needs to. These are the things that usually when it bothers you from the inside, if you don't take care of it, this is what usually drove people crazy. So he wants to do it the right way, go to the court and settle this. Kate, of course, a man whose big scoop as media editor of the BBC came via phone calls from his old boss. Was it Lebedev? Thanks, newspaper fuckery is fine, okay, and should just be forgotten about. Okay, reading between the lines in Harry's book, it reads very much that Charles and Camilla were running the show for a long time before the Queen died, and the staff were complicit because they wanted to be in the next King's good books. Yeah, in a way. Like I said, from other articles where I read, Charles and Andrew removed the Queen's secretary, okay, and I think Andrew go along with it because his mother was, you know, elderly, and then once she died, he wanted to be on a good side of Charles as well, so he go along with Charles. Plus he wanted certain things, and the Queen's secretary would not let him have what he wanted, and Charles as well. So they got rid of him. They put their heads together, they got rid of him, and then put someone that will do what they say. So pretty much, yeah, they were keeping the Queen on the loop. You know, don't give her all the information that she needed to make the proper decision. But I think what Harry said, I agree with Harry. Why would he lie about that? But the Queen was on Harry's side. Okay, I cannot stand that Amour Jean fellow. Okay, Dido. Who is that? Is that the one who did that interview, that ITV interview with the princes and the press or something? Is that him? I think that was him. Too many working journalists' first instinct is to protect the status quo. Yep, that is true. Alright, whatever the cause, my memory is my memory. It does what it does, gather and curate as it sees fit, and there's just as much truth in what I remember and how I remember it as there is in so-called objective facts. Very interesting. Things like chronology and cause and effect are often just fables we tell ourselves about the past. Harry the Duke. Very interesting. Harry the Duke of Sussex. Spare. Okay, nobody believes the royal family and all their damn sources they can never name. If they can't put a name or a face to it, they are lying. Okay, he's been made to look like a villain in all of these crappy hate for profit articles. That is true. He has nothing to lose now. That's right. And he's determined for his family, for his mother, his Diana's son. Okay, this is the reason that the royal family does not want Harry around. That is true. He made this close with collected evidence and their level of corrupt collusion with the media. They should accept his love for Meghan and treated him fairly. Jealousy and elitism has become their nemesis. That is true. They should. What is it? I remember watching listening to those podcasts from various Sussex Squad podcasts. They were saying, leave Meghan alone. There it is. Describe variable facts as version of events is such a bad faith. They are intentionally planting doubts in people's mind about Harry. Like one of those comments I just read, Harry has nothing to lose because they've been making him look so bad throughout his life. But when you look now as an adult, his action, his behavior, and everything that he's doing is really gentleman kind of level you don't see in the royal family.
It's your character that matters most.
And this is why I'm like, I can't believe he get out of this kind of a man, because everyone around him was fully poisoned. Look at the brother. Okay, describing verbal. Okay, I read that. Gaslighting from the royal family and toxic Rupert media. They take us for fools. And then not only that, look what happened. It already been proven in the U.S. court that Rupert Murdoch kind of circles type of people, they lie. So Harry isn't, when you look at the level of who's telling the truth, Harry is so far is at a higher level. Okay, gaslighting from the royal family and toxic Rupert media, they take us for a fool. Okay, after this, that's it. All they had to do was leave his wife and kids alone and lay off his mother even in her death. They can't do this now. This is the consequences of their action. I want Harry to bring them all down. Okay, facts. They swear on oath that the sky was tautened. If there was evidence, Harry said it was blue. Okay, alternative facts from Amour Vaujean. Vaujean always come across as exceptionally lazy in interviews. If it's the same person that I'm thinking of, I think he's somewhat Indian descent or something. He may not be, but his complexion seems to be in that Middle Eastern kind of thing. But yes, it does seem that way when this person said, okay, pillars of the establishment, time for the 6, a media mogul, I think for all. Okay, what is that? The for all ends. Okay, read that. Let me move on. Next tweet. It seems like there's a cat in the building that's stuck somewhere. Or maybe he's hungry or something. He's been screaming. It's from the across from where I am right now. Right? Next tweet. Harry thinks Diana died in that car accident because she didn't have police escort, and Charles knows that too. So why did Charles remove Harry's security? Okay, this is what I was saying when I was reading that thread from that person from the court. There's more things she could have talked, like tweet about, but hey, I take what I can. I can't be a complainer when I'm millions and miles away. Okay, Harry has made it clear that he blames the tabloid media for the death of his mother while being chased by paparazzi through Paris. On Tuesday, the High Court heard his claim that press intrusion by the Sun and other newspapers led to her choosing to travel without a police escort in order to avoid leaks, ultimately leading to her death in 1997. Harry suggests that Murdoch's newspaper concealed their illegal activity, publicly criticizing Diana's, quote, paranoid delusions. And then you have the other brother repeating that same nonsense,
which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
And then there he is, he just cashed in. Wow. Okay, so Harry's saying, yeah, okay, he doesn't believe that. Okay, Harry suggests that Murdoch's newspapers conceal their illegal activity, publicly criticizing Diana's paranoid delusion, that was in quote by the way, about being illegally targeted when in reality she was under close surveillance and her calls were being unlawfully intercepted by individuals working for the Sun and News of the World. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, he'd rather have mourn a son than to lose all control over said son. Wow. He'd rather have mourn a son than to lose all control over said son. Wow. Yep. Okay, that's a different language. Conclusion, logic. Because he wanted the same result. That is right. The same result. That's what he wanted. And that I put something out on my community board. I said something about I think the French protesters who were doing the protest, and then it, for some reason, it coincided with Charles and Camilla making their first trip to France, which was canceled. Okay, I've said other things in different places. If you've been listening to me, you could plug them to yourself. But I put a shout out to those protesters because I think a plan was about to happen, but because of that, it stopped. It stopped it. And I don't know, did they ever make up the dates for them to go back to France? Because that trip was cancelled. Okay, why did Charles remove Harry's security? We all know Charles wanted another accident. Okay, to force him back to the UK with his tail between his legs and ideally leaving his wife and child behind. All of this, yes, I think so too. Because when you look at from the docuseries where Harry shows, well, not Harry, the documentary shows a person right at their front step. Okay, they blur out the person's face, but that was after they removed their security. How did the person know where they are to come right at their front door? Okay, because he wished him and his family the same fate. Time to face the reality. He doesn't wish any well-being to his son and his grandchildren, and of course their mother. Okay, is it even safe for Harry to go back to the UK? He's going to the coronation ceremony because there'll be camera and people will be looking. All right, he clearly didn't care if he live or die. He already know about Meghan and Archie, shameful, but this is what sociopath personality types do. Okay, if he dies, he dies. That is true. All right, what happened to this guy? I haven't seen him in a while. Okay, from day one, we weren't allowed to say what we were thinking about Charles and Camilla. Yeah, murder her. Okay, there's that. 10 months before her death, Princess Diana wrote a note to her butler stating her belief that Prince Charles was planning to kill her and make it look like an automobile accident. Wow. Yeah, there's the note that I think I even put it in one of my thumbnails on PYTE. Yeah. Wow, her instinct. Her instinct told her. Yeah, there's a note somewhere with her writing in it. My goodness. Fascinating that the British media is solely ignoring this. Harry's taking on Rupert Murdoch to fight for his mother, not just his family. It's heartbreaking. Charles took away his security, then tipped the press of their location in Canada. That's the thing that I was saying. And the docuseries. Okay, it's Camilla orchestrating, and everything is Camilla, even dropping concert as Queen Elizabeth ordered. There's that. Camilla is running the show, not Chuck. Okay, it was said that Chuck bawled his eyes out when the news came out. It was tears of joy. He was then free to wed his Rottweiler, aka mistress. Well, everybody will have a time, their own time. Baggage for God. We all know the answer to that one. Same as stirring up so much hate, including trying to rile the Taliban against Harry, hoping for the desired effect. It is a plain sight. I worry for Harry's right up to and including the trial if it comes about. Okay, bad feeling about the coronation trip. Alright, we just need to pray. We just need to pray. We just need to pray now that things are coming out and court and all of this. Alright, so they will hold. The people are not gonna stand back anymore. Next tweet. Okay, is Prince Harry right to reveal William's alleged phone hacking settlement? From Jeremy Vine. The heir to the throne received, quote, a very large sum, end quote, according to documents relating to Harry's case against the publisher of the News of the World. Was this a misstep that will solve royal relation further? As this point, nobody give a damn. But Harry is in court. He needs to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, because he needs to win. Okay? Everybody's looking out for themselves. He took the money and then said a damn thing. Right? If he's suing the paper, as is being said, of course, I don't think he was suing, but whatever it is, if he took the money, and what was it? The Queen had give the okay for them to go further with the whatever they were feeling. But he decided to take the money and then say a damn thing. Yet, when Meghan was over there, everybody wanted to know Meghan's business. They wanted to put everything about Meghan's business. Meanwhile, at that time, even though we assume, that was the thing, we assume Meghan was working well, but they didn't think Meghan, they didn't consider Meghan as a working well, because when Meghan was looking for help for her mental well-being, they didn't assist her because they didn't consider her as a working well. But now these people who's taking taxpayers' money, where whatever they do should be made public, is due to public interest, they don't want to make it out in public. Alright, so now there's Harry. He's revealing this where it is appropriate. He's not revealing in his book. He's not revealing in his whatever business that he's doing, where they could easily accuse him he's cashing in on his brother's kind of whatever it may be. Alright, he's in court. This is where the truth should come out. He's saying it in court. So whatever he needs to do to win his case, he needs to do it. Okay, it's not about family feud. It's about our head of state and his son getting paid off by a major newspaper. Okay, William thought it was necessary for his staff to give an irrelevant statement in his sister's law case against the Mail on Sunday. There's another point. Okay, he's not some commoner William from Cambridgeshire that does a 9 to 5 job. What 9 to 5? 9 to 12. Okay, it's 9 to 12. There's me responding here. Okay, job. He is next head of state who secretly settled a high-profile phone hacking case that targeted hundreds of people in the UK unlawfully and allegedly did a backdoor deal with them. Are you for real? There's another thing here. There's me responding 9 to 12. Okay, what's NOW? Okay, NOTW had to disclose it in court document that wasn't Harry. Okay. So someone else said it wasn't Harry. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm just reading this. This is why I love to read all court document. When I spend hours going through reading the court document, that way when things like that come out, I will know for a fact. This I don't know because I didn't read all the court document. I'm just going by people who report on it, like at the beginning of this video where I read the thread. Okay, what happened in the dark will always come to light. Why was it a misstep when Prince William volunteered to help the Daily Mail win their case against Meghan? The UK media didn't question Prince William's motive when he used Jason Kenoff to break that's right, NDA to help his media buddies against his brother's wife. There's a very good point. Alright, there's court document here. Okay, you could read it. Pause your screen and read it. Let's listen to Meghan's lawyer, Afina.
Please explain, what was the significance on the witness statement from Ed Verity, better known as...
Okay, before we continue, this is the guy that the comment was making, and I was thinking of this guy, who's Indian descent kind of thing, Middle Eastern complexion. There he is here. That's the one I was thinking. But I'm moving it back.
You just explain, what was the significance on the witness statement from Ed Verity, better known as Ted Verity?
Ted Verity, the editor of the Mail on Sunday, said in his signed witness statement that he had been given information that helped support Associated's case. He said this information came from a senior palace source, and he said in his witness statement this was, quote, not gossip or tittle-tattle.
What does that mean?
What it means is that a senior figure in the royal household, according to Mail on Sunday, was passing him information in order to help defeat the Duchess's case.
Okay. All right, so this is the thing that the squad are saying. There's William went out of his way to insert himself to help the paper against Meghan's case. All right, so you tell me about that. Okay, after this, that's it. Has Willie returned Murdoch's £1 million? He then kept his side of the bargain. Prince Harry has not dropped his lawsuit. Charity Commission need to investigate Willie leaks. Alright, there's that. Okay, perhaps you need to ask why William was in bed with Rupert Murdoch during the Leveson inquiry and why he took bribe, husband money, wow, to silence his brother. Okay, the Leveson inquiry. I read something, but I'm not fully understand what was going on. I think it still has to do with phone hacking. I would love to read more about that. Okay, like father, like son. Royal secret exposed. On the eve of King Chucky coronation, it's not a real paper article. The squad made that up. You could pause your screen and read it. The most dangerous man in the world. You may think he is, but in my humble opinion, there's someone behind him as well. Okay? There's someone behind him to make him do all of this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. My goodness. They all baggage for God. Baggage for bad. Okay. Let's move on to the next tweet. There's an audio I have somewhere. I don't know. Look at that. Okay, what is this? Piers Morgan forced to pull out of TV show due to illness and declares he's erect. Oh my God. The Guardian. Piers, what's the date? Oh, shoot, there's no date. Oh, there it is, 23. Okay, 26 April 23. That was yesterday, so this is recent. Piers Morgan encouraged illegal targeting of Diana, says Prince Harry. Okay, so that was yesterday. And one of the Guardians thing. Okay, he knew this was coming, that little weasel. Okay, I hope Piers get what he deserves. I don't care if it bankrupts his entire family. Lesson learned and playing with people's lives. Yep. Why is it? What is it? No, I was thinking maybe somebody else. Never mind. Why is it types like Morgan, Weinstein, etc. all use illness whenever they're facing a court case? Okay, I'm telling Piers Morgan the same thing he told Meghan regarding her illness. I don't believe you. Okay, the York sisters should be on a standby with their lawyers in case Pt1 wore a wire to record their dinner. I didn't really follow it too much, but I saw pictures of them. Yep. The York sisters should be on standby with their lawyers in case Pt1 wore a wire to record their dinner and hug conversation. Just saying. They better not say anything about Harry, Meghan, or their kids. The bully will use their words against them. That's for sure. There's that. And this is why I was saying Harry better be careful who he let in. Because these people, they'll do anything to protect themselves. Okay, let's hope he has a slow recovery. What is it? A slow recovery. Now I know why he has suddenly become sick. Okay, dear, I don't feel well. This case seems to be going forward. My career will be over soon. If only I had left Meghan alone, I will still have my job on GMB. Now I'm the biggest loser. Okay, karma is a dish well served. I hope Mothermouth Morgan enjoys it. Alright, let's move on to the next one. There's a recording. I shared it on my community board. If anything, I'll go on my community board to get the link. Okay, there's this. According to Queen Camilla's official biographer, Prince William's hacking settlement was paid to charity. Considering the British media are still using the word allegedly received a large secret payout. My dilemma, who do I believe, Levine or Murdoch? Actually, they are one of the same. The fact he took the money in the first place is problematic. Levine can prove the money went to charity, not that it matters. We all know what a nut job she is, although the royals are known for their generosity.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. I was just looking at, it's been a while since I last visited. So yeah, definitely when things get back to normal, I'd love to come and say hello to the team and everyone down there as well.
I think it was 2012 that you were last here.
No. It only seems like yesterday, Graham. It shows you how quickly time goes.
The royals are known for their generosity.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's that's more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
The royals are known for their generosity.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
The royals are known for their generosity.
I think so. We have great people. They're very generous, aren't they? Really nice. Mine's just learning. How to do. Good luck with that.
Okay, his uncle paid millions directly to a charity of the choice of a woman he never met. Okay, apparently 100% of William's phone hacking settlement money went to charity. Harry's jealousy of his brother knows no bounds. Harry's jealousy of his brother knows no bounds.
White?
I tell you what, you sound just like my son Archie.
Really?
The same little squeaky voice. I love it.
Harry's jealousy of his brother knows no bounds. Those people have no shame. Yeah, I know. What is it? there was something I saw. I didn't report on that. I think Kate went to another charity, and then someone pointed out, there she is. She went again empty-handed. These people, they don't know about other people. They just know about themselves. Okay? I know that the Sussexes won't do it, but I sincerely wish that they will sue this witch. She's an old, decrepit witch, but someone really needs to knock her off her broom. She's on my last nerve, and think, I don't follow any of these creatures. I suspect if I saw everything, I sue her. Just saying. Okay, the truth is small fry. The Sussexes going after the big fish makes her irrelevant. That's a very good point. That's right. They're going after the big fish. That is correct. However, the more desperate Levine become, will land her in hot water. Interesting. We need to know how much the very large sum reported to be around £1 million by the Telegraph. Press Gazette reported NGN paid claimants legal fees and damages of £52.3 million in 2019 and 2020. Big issue not announced, closure. Alright, so there's more thing here. I'm not going into that. Okay, Sam, Prince William, who has been patron of homeless charities since 2005, is now using £85,000 of taxpayers' funds to employ a head of homeless. Oh, really? Yesterday report privately received £1 million plus Murdoch. Oh my God. The UK is not asking question. I will have been. That's because they have people in every important position to look after them. Because everyone over there are doing whatever they please. Okay? They're running the institution, the entire UK, as whatever they please. There is no checks and balance over there. So when someone do something illegally, they just turn a blind eye because everybody is putting their hand wherever they feel is necessary to better themselves. Nobody cares. My goodness. And this is what Trump was trying to turn the US into. And you see it was going that way. All right, I don't have a problem with him getting money and keeping it. I don't have a problem with him getting money and donating it. I do have a problem with him keeping it a secret. That's the thing too. I'm not the money bit, the whole issue. I think the public deserves to know what happened. Exactly. The same way, because there is all the excuses that they were making why they wanted Meghan's information. The same reason why we should say that, because he is the future, well, not future, he is the future. Once his dad passed, he'll be the next one there. Okay, so they're taking public money to be in that position, and then they're doing secret deals left and right. People need to know. Yep.
Public people, all of you, in that moment, you're public people. Stop your squealing about privacy. We don't want to hear it.
Piers,
if you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
All right. I want to know which charity it is, and I want the charity to confirm with receipt. I'm willing to bet that not one penny of that settlement went to charity. William cares about no one but himself and his heir. Okay. The point isn't what he did with the money. It's the fact Willie was able to settle while Harry was railroaded and getting an apology and accountability. If he settled, then why was he the only one who received it? Okay, it's obvious they're scrambling to try to put him in a positive. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, there's more to it. Let's move on. Whatever. Next to it. After we found out Prince William went home with a suitcase full of Murdoch's money, today his media gatekeepers have a nerve to say he gave all the money to charity, yet nobody knows which charity. They have no shame. It's hard to report donation that never happened. Trust me, they will cook up something to cover it up. Yep. This is what I mean. They have people in every position to do their bidding for them. Okay, everyone knows this was coming. William didn't give a dime of that money to anyone.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
He gave it to Rose in the form of Valentine's gift. LOL. Okay, yeah, Trump donated his presidential salary too. That's another good point. There's the rolling eye. Okay, imagine that. Even Trump donated. Shaking my head. Oh my God. There's more coming, but let's move on. I'm still looking for that voicemail. Okay. Tominey Prince William isn't, what is it? Going back to that last tweet that I was just talking about. When William went to charity, what does he bring? He brings smile. That's the answer for us. Okay, he only brings smile to show that he care. Okay, he doesn't bring anything, no money, no nothing. He brings smile. Okay, remember that. All right, next tweet. Tominey, Prince William isn't severely compromised. He just like his privacy. Okay, Prince William isn't severely compromised. He just like his privacy. The Sun Time magazine. There's me here, laughing my ass off. Okay, now they understand the meaning of privacy. Well, Harry is doing it in court. He's been wanting his privacy ever. Okay, I correct myself here. Ever since I can remember. Alright, there's the laugh. There's this. Oh, shush. That's where we are with taking corrupt coins. I like my privacy so no one knows I'm a sleaze. And speaking of privacy, it's okay for him to be seen in public and go out on Valentine's Day while demanding privacy, but the Montecito couples can't. The media. There's that. Oh my God. Okay, let me get this straight. Journalists are using the excuse of privacy for a public-funded future head of state taking secret payout. Yet mere weeks ago, the same journals were asking US DHS to provide them with Harry's residency papers, which has his social security number, medical, and tax info. What the goddamn fuck. Alright, after this, that's it. Alright, I feel like the bigger story here is how the current king and future king are both susceptible to blackmail. Okay, now there's a novel take and a despicable behavior. It's all about Willie's privacy. Tominey would have done really well writing for Court of Marie Antoinette. Those close friends' best one cause he doesn't have a brother to blame anymore. That's right. Okay, this is just said. More than anything else, this family is supposed to help lead this country, and this isn't really helping to make the case they should continue on. That is okay. Cowardly, corrupt, unfaithful, hypocrite like his dad. Yep, they train him to be like that. Alright, whatever. Oops. I hope this doesn't change. Whatever you see on the screen, that's it. Let's move on to the next tweet. Alright, there's a possibility I might make it into 2. Oh, there's the thing that I was looking for. There's the audio.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better